What's going on YouTube? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today. A Litecoin right now, we're sitting at $228. We're up about 9%. This is amazing for Litecoin. What I want to do is talk to you a little bit about Litecoin and why I've believed in it for as long as I have, over 3.5, almost 4 years now. And one of the things I like the most about Litecoin, on top of the fact that it's survived multiple cycles now, market cycles, I love the fact that right now the circulating supply is around like 66 million. I know guys could be a little above or below, but around that range, 66 million. And what you have to think about, guys, even with that 66 million, there are only 1 million people who can hold 66 Litecoin. Think about that. 1 million people, and I know there's big whales who've already gobbled up a ton, but just think of that actual supply there. 1 million people out of 7 billion on the earth can hold 66 Litecoin right now. That's how scarce Litecoin is, and that's what I've always liked about Litecoin. That's what I like about Bitcoin, that the supply is so small. And there's great coins that have billions of supplies, and they're going to do great percentage-wise, but I love these coins with the small supply because when money gets pumped into them, they explode. And you've seen that with Zcash and some of the Dash and some of the other coins. When money comes in, they run really hard because there's not a ton of them. And that's the thing about Bitcoin, because you got to realize, guys, there's only so much money that's going to come into each coin. So if there's a lower supply, that coin has the potential to go to a higher price. And that's why I love Litecoin, though, just all around, how fast Litecoin is. And guys, what I wanted to do today was kind of go through Litecoin and work on it here on the time frames and look at it from the 1-day time frame all the way down to the 1 hour, because we've been making some pretty explosive moves here. The main thing that we need is to have continued volume come in throughout the day as we go up and test some of these higher levels. But guys, I've always liked coins like Neo. Has done really well here. It's up, I believe, over $40 right now, and that has about 70 million. And coins like that, they just seem Monero. They just seem to pump really hard when that money comes in. So always keep an eye out for them. And one coin that I do believe, and this isn't financial advice, is still undervalued. When you're looking at a coin like Btc Go, I believe it's 140 million is the circulating supply, right around that range. It's about $6, and it's been up to around $30 before, and I really think that could help solve some of Ethereum's problems as well, if you just take a look into that. But I believe that's a coin that still is undervalued. When you look at a coin like Binance Coin, who has a similar supply to Btc Go, it's hit $130. You're looking at Btc Go, or OMG, I'm sorry guys, I'm a little old school with that, but you're looking at OMG down here at about $6, and money's been starting to enter it again. It looks like it is undervalued, and that kind of shows you where it could have potential of going. Could be a similar performer to like how Binance Coin has done. If OMG at the end of this cycle could get somewhere between $50 and $150, $130, $150, right in that range, that could be incredible gains. If it's around $6, you're getting them even lower than that. So it's just one I'd want to keep your eye on. That's not financial advice or anything. Just keep an eye out on OMG, because it also has some name recognition as well from the past, and there's not a ton of them. So when money gets put into that, it can do well, and it can explode pretty hard. But for Litecoin here, what I want to do was go into the 1-day time frame to start. And also, if you get some from these videos, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I also want to say, a few people have been asking about my trend course, and in the description box there, just hit me up on that email if you guys would be interested in that. It's $25. Send 25 proof of confirmation to one of the 4 addresses I have there, and I'll get it out to you as soon as possible. It seems to be helping some people, really, to help identify trends in the cryptocurrency space, and that's what I broke it down for. And I wanted people to be able, something affordable. I've taken courses that have been, $400, $500, $600, and I didn't want that for people. I just really wanted to condense it into about 30-minute video and pack as much as I can in there for you for a cheap price. So let's dig into this here, guys. Litecoin right now, you can see we're trading up above our 20, and this is on the 1-day time frame, our 20 EMA, our 50, our 100, and our 200. That's beautiful. In terms of support, we want to first hold above $200. We've broken up through it. We now want to continue to have candle closes up above that area. Next area, if we can hold that $200, we would try to get up above about $232. That's where we've wicked up to, then around $238. And if we can get up above $238 in the days to come, we have a little gap between $238 and about $268. So there could be a nice little space in there if we can continue to have candle closes up above. I'd say even that $225 would be an important area for us. And you can see when we retrace, guys, you know, they're pretty deep, quick retracements. It doesn't last very long. So the percentage goes down pretty fast, but it doesn't last much more than usually like 3 to 11 days is typically what you'll see. But we dropped down 20% in the matter of 2 days. So what I always like to do if I am taking profits on something is the coin I want to get back in, I'll take my profits and then I will put limit buy orders down about 20%, 25%, see if I can catch some of these long wicks. Because in this space, you can see here all these long wicks. You put buy orders around areas like the 50 moving average or the 100, and sometimes you can get lucky on a quick flash crash, and that's how you can make some decent profit. If you've ever done that, let me know down low. If you do the limit buy orders, I'd also love to hear what you're doing with Litecoin. I'd love to hear if you say just, you know, hold trading, swing trading. I would love to hear your opinion down low of what you've been doing. And also if you feel like we're going to keep going up, just say up or down or sideways for Litecoin. So right now, my RSI is probably going to look a little different than other people's. On the RSI here, I got it pegged out to 30, so it's capturing 30 days, which is a typical month. And right now, the RSI is at 67. So what that's showing is we still could have more room to go up to some of these higher levels if Bitcoin wants to continue to cooperate as well. Bitcoin's doing great, but we're going to need that to continue, because if Bitcoin starts to sell off, most likely it's going to bring Litecoin down with it. So just be aware of that. Okay, it's something you always want to pay attention to. Now, if we get into the technicals for Litecoin, we're going to be looking on the 1 day time frame. We have a 1 sell, 8 neutral, 17 buy. Oscillators right now are going to be a 1 sell, 7 neutral, and a 3 buy. So our relative strength's showing a 72. They're showing a sell there, and that's calculated off the 14 day. So that's why I said mine's going to be a little bit different. It's a little bit longer term outlook, because in crypto bull markets, it can get really overextended. So that helps slow everything down a little bit for me, so I don't sell out too early on longer term positions. So I hope that helps you as well if you set your stuff for that. And also, guys, I have a link. People have asked me about TradingView, and I use TradingView Pro. I pay like 15 to 20 bucks a month for us, so we don't have ads and everything, and that's how I get all this type of stuff. I have a link there. You can do it for free, or you can get something like this as Coinbase Pro here, but I have that in my description, so check that out as well, and that could help you. But awesome oscillators a buy, momentum's a buy, MACD level's going to be a buy, the rest is going to be a neutral is what we're looking at there. Moving average 0 sell, 1 neutral, and a 14 buy. Now, what I wanted to do next was go through some time frames with you, and we're going to see if we're cooling down, speeding up. What I like to do is go to the 12-hour time frame. 12-hour time frame, our volatility stop is going to be roughly at about $200. So yet again, that $200, we want to pay a lot of attention to that. On the 12-hour, still up above all of our moving averages. RSI is at 66. If we get into the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, our RSI is at around 60 right now. You can see we're pushing up here, trying to get past our previous high of about 230. One thing I do want you to pay attention to, a little bit of negative divergence here. As our price is a little bit higher, you can see our relative strength is a little bit lower on the 4-hour, so be aware of that. Then if we get into the 1 hour, same deal. We're going to take a look here. You know, guys, and just because you see some of these divergences, sometimes doesn't mean it always has to play out and you have to have that massive dump like this. Sometimes it can just be cooling back down into this area. We cool this down a little bit, and then you go back up again. So I always go off price action. These are things I just like to look at throughout the time frames. Okay, so what you can see here is price is a little bit higher here, relative strength down. So what you would do is just draw this right here. Is a little bit of a trend line. Okay, and another thing I want to show you for the people who are still here, if you do have this type of software, I want to get into the divergence indicator. So what this will do, it will show you if you have bullish or bearish divergence. So you can see we have some bearish divergence that we had up in this area, and then we started to drop. So this is pretty interesting too. When price is going up here, price was going up, relative strength was going down, then we had our drop. So it just kind of confirms some things for you as you're taking a look throughout this. But just keep an eye on that. But overall, I mean, guys, we're looking pretty good here for Litecoin. You know, this has been some massive moves. People are saying Litecoin doesn't move. Guys, we were at $40, whatever, at the beginning here and back in March, and we're at $227. That is a beautiful coin, and that's one of the reasons why I like Litecoin. So let me know down low, guys. Keep an eye on these areas to the upside, the downside. It's going to get crazy. God bless you all. Take care.